In a world abundant with bro science, uneducated influencers, fad diets, protein mysteries and fallacies, it's easy to be very confused by the magic nutrient that is protein. Being honest, before I started to research the topic for years, I also fell afoul of some of these mysteries, significantly holding me back at the gym. The good news is that today we will debunk the top 5 protein myths holding people back, supported by the science and research linked in the description. Before we jump into the myths though, it's important you understand what protein is. Protein is one of our 3 macronutrients along with carbohydrates and fats. It is a fundamental building block of life, helping with muscle development, weight management, cell growth and repair, immune support, and finally helping our bodies to produce enzymes and hormones. Although it is such an important nutrient, it really frustrates me that there's so much confusion out there. With this said, let's dive straight into these myths. Myth number 1, you need protein immediately after training. This is actually false. The reality is that the notion that you must consume protein immediately after a workout is a common but somewhat misunderstood idea. While post-workout protein intake can be beneficial for some individuals, the timing is not as critical as often suggested. The myth likely stems from the concept of the anabolic window, a period of time in which after exercise, during which it is believed that protein intake maximizes muscle growth and recovery. However, research has provided a more nuanced understanding of this. Firstly, that there is an extended window. The anabolic window is not as narrow as once believed. Your body's ability to utilize protein for muscle repair and growth extends beyond the immediate post-workout period, potentially up to 5 to 6 hours after exercise. In reality, your total daily protein is more important. Meeting your daily protein needs is more crucial than consuming protein within minutes after a workout. Your body can effectively repair and rebuild muscle as long as you meet your daily protein requirements. In addition to these, whilst post-workout protein can be helpful, it should be considered as part of your overall diet. Consuming protein-rich meals throughout the day is more important than focusing solely on post-workout protein. Finally, personal factors also play a role in this. The importance of post-workout protein can vary based on factors like your training intensity, duration, and personal fitness goals. The good news is there's no need to take your air fryer to the gym anymore then, guys and girls. That's a massive relief, eh? Therefore, the myth that protein must be consumed immediately after training is an oversimplification. Meeting your daily protein needs and consuming a well-balanced diet is more significant than precise post-workout timing, for most individuals at least. Myth number 2, high protein diets are harmful. Again, this is false. The reality is that high protein diets, when well balanced and within reasonable limits, they're generally safe and can offer various health benefits. However, this myth likely stems from concerns about excessively high protein intake. Extremely high protein diets that significantly exceed daily requirements can lead to potential health risks such as kidney strain, increased calcium excretion and digestive issues. However, this needs to be way more than the following suggested levels. Firstly, 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for non-active adults, 1.2 to 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight for active adults, and finally 3.3 grams per kilo of body weight for athletes and bodybuilders. Myth number 3, all proteins are created equal. Again, this is false. This myth of protein equivalence overlooks the nuanced differences in protein sources. Animal-based proteins are generally considered complete proteins because they contain all 9 essential amino acids and are therefore better. In contrast, many plant-based sources may lack 1 or more amino acids. However, a balanced vegetarian or vegan diet can provide all of the necessary amino acids by combining different plant-based protein sources. It just requires you to be a bit more calculated with what you consume. Leucine in particular is one of the key amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis. If adopting a vegan diet, you should try to include soybeans, lentils, pumpkin seeds and hemp seeds, as these contain high levels of leucine and are therefore required to really help that muscle protein synthesis. Tell your vegan mate that they're in luck. You'll know who they are because they will always remind you that they're vegan. I've certainly got a few mates like that. Myth number 4, protein is only required for bodybuilders. Again, this is complete rubbish. Protein is extremely important for everyone, regardless of their fitness levels. As we touched upon at the start, it is extremely important for various bodily functions and supports muscle development, cell growth, immune support, weight management, and finally enzyme and hormone creation. It even helps you to recover from injuries and helps your skin and hair grow. What's not to love with that, eh? key. Most men losing their hair will definitely agree. You know what? You could even save yourself a trip to Turkey. Myth number 5. More protein automatically means bigger muscles. Unfortunately, this one is also false. Whilst protein is a critical component for muscle growth, the myth that simply increasing protein intake guarantees bigger muscles oversimplifies the process. Building muscles depends on various factors including resistance training, overall calorie intake, and genetics. Protein serves as a fundamental building block for muscle tissue and it aids muscle repair and recovery. However, muscle growth also necessitates an appropriate training regime that challenges the muscle to adapt and grow. It's therefore essential to strike a balance between the overall protein intake, nutrition, and the structured exercise program to achieve meaningful muscle development. Unfortunately, simply increasing your protein intake without these other components won't lead to substantial muscle growth. Debunking these myths is essential for making informed dietary choices and understanding the role of protein in a healthy lifestyle. Hopefully you found this video insightful and has changed the way you think about protein. If you've enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. For an equally interesting video unveiling the best exercise to lose body fat, please see this video here. Throughout this video, we will discuss the science, the exercise, and the ways that you can easily incorporate into your daily lives. Thank you for listening, really appreciate your time. Hope to see you back on this channel again soon. Thank you.